Best hang that I've been on out of the 4 or 5 that I've been on. Yes, we need to do this every week.
Welcome to our virtual watch party.
Everybody just in their playbook right now getting right for the game.
You ain't got it by now, you ain't gonna get it. So he might put it go ahead.
What up, baby?
What's up, baby?
You better watch. What up, Theo?
What's up, Anthony Anderson?
What up, JJ? Is that JJ?
I went to Winston-Salem State University, go Rams. But I wanted to know with all of you, what made you attend?
Why wouldn't I want to see young men and women surrounded by other young men and women that look like them, that come from the same background that they do, sharing the same purpose of a higher education?
The HBCUs help create a positive environment that you can be around. You want to see people that's elevate. You want to see people doing better than yourself.
We have to do this every week.
Best hang that I've been on out of the 4 or 5 that I've been on. Yes, we need to do this every week.
Welcome to our virtual watch party.
Everybody just in their playbook right now getting right for the game.
You ain't got it by now, you ain't gonna get it. So he might put it go ahead.
What up, baby?
What's up, baby?
You better watch. What up, Theo?
What's up, Anthony Anderson?
What up, JJ? Is that JJ?
I went to Winston-Salem State University, go Rams. But I wanted to know with all of you, what made you attend?
Why wouldn't I want to see young men and women surrounded by other young men and women that look like them, that come from the same background that they do, sharing the same purpose of a higher education?
The HBCUs help create a positive environment that you can be around. You want to see people that's elevate. You want to see people doing better than yourself.
We have to do this every week.
Best hang that I've been on out of the 4 or 5 that I've been on. Yes, we need to do this every week.
Welcome to our virtual watch party.
Everybody just in their playbook right now getting right for the game.
You ain't got it by now, you ain't gonna get it. So he might put it go ahead.
What up, baby?
What's up, baby?
You better watch. What up, Theo?
What's up, Anthony Anderson?
What up, Shay Shay? Is that Shay Shay?
Oh my God. I can't.
All right, this is called live TV. So we had to, we had some technical difficulties. It's all good. I had to learn how to unmute myself. So, hey, everybody, happy Labor Day weekend. We are so glad that you guys are here today hanging with us. Today is about to be a day. You are at the dopest virtual watch party on the planet, the only one of its kind, you guys. We appreciate you all hanging with us today as we watch the Orange Blossom Classic that is back in Miami. 2 HBCUs going head to head. We got North Carolina Central taking on Alabama State. And I am really excited about our great lineup of celebrity guests hanging with us today. But before I introduce our guests, I want to give a huge shout out to Wells Fargo, everybody. Wells Fargo making today's event possible. And matter of fact, speaking of Wells Fargo, I need to introduce my amazing co-host for the day. His energy is always on 1,000. I can promise you that. He is the Executive Director, Enterprise HBCU Strategy, External Engagement, Diverse Segments, Representation, and Inclusion at Wells Fargo. Please help me welcome Mr. Dewey Norwood to hang. What's up, Dewey? We're going to work on your mute button too. See, it's all a trick. Whenever you get moved to the stage, this is a great lesson. We have to unmute ourselves. We are still learning this new platform. How are you?
So I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, wonderful.
Yes,
I'm having a little bit of a fun time with some of my technology on your side, but I'm so glad to be back with you. We are here in beautiful Miami, Florida, Miami Gardens to be specific, at Hard Rock Stadium for OVC 2023, or excuse me, 2024. We've got North Carolina Central on one side of the aisle, and we got them Hunnets by way of ASU on the other side of the aisle. So really excited about today, and I know it's going to be a really, really great broadcast. So not too late. Tell your family, friends to come join. They're not doing anything over Labor Day weekend anyway, so they can come hang with us, literally. So
yeah, I'm always jealous, Dewey. You get a chance to go to Miami. I'm still here in Dallas. We're gonna have to work this thing out. Like they're gonna have to send me to Miami. Like we I don't know. Every year I end up here and you're there. I don't know how this happens.
Jade, let me say this. Something's happening with the audio on my side where I'm not hearing everything that you're saying, but I think I know the direction that you want us to go. It is to talk about Wells Fargo. Wonderful. So from the Wells Fargo perspective, when we talk about the work that we're doing to support HBCUs, there's just a lot of really, really great things happening. If you look at the last 12 years, Wells Fargo has provided over $40 million of financial support to support HBCUs. So those are scholarship dollars that we're providing. Those are resources that we're making available in other types of areas from a programming perspective. So really, really good things that are happening there. And this is happening in support of a lot of different HBCUs. That's really, really great. Certainly on the talent side, I know we have some of our talent partners that are on with us today. They're helping us to recruit the best of the brightest that we know are on HBCU campuses and pointing them towards careers in financial services. So that's just a little bit of some of the things we're doing. And obviously, we want to make sure that we're meeting the needs of the students, kind of from one perspective, all of the alumni, which we know we have HBCU alumni everywhere. We want to get them in the mix in the places where we can, and also make sure we're finding ways to support the communities where HBCUs are. So, Jade, that's a little bit about some of the things that we're focusing in on our side.
Well, Dewey, we definitely appreciate Wells Fargo, all your support of the HBCUs. That is a great collaboration. So thank you so much for that. Before we jump into our actual question and answer segment of our hang, I really want to see who is hanging with us today. So if you are live with us today, I want you to put the city that you're in the chat and maybe even a prediction for today's game. Let us know where you are hanging from. And then after that, I'm going to let you know how you can improve your hang experience, and then I'll bring on our celebrities if that's all right. So let me give a shout out. I'm checking you out in the chat right now. I see Houston, Texas is in the building. I see you, Cool Joe. What's up? Thank you so much for hanging with us today. Dewey, can you hear me, Dewey? Dewey is having some technical issues, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out. I see California's in the building. Let me scroll back up here. I see Alabama's in the building. What's up, everybody? I see a bunch of people from Florida in the building. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us. We definitely appreciate it. All right, so you want to make the most out of your hang experience. This is what you need to do. Everybody can enter their questions in the chat throughout the game, okay? We're going to be monitoring the chat, and what I'll do is I will actually call you on the screen, is what we call being on stage, and you get a chance to ask your questions live on camera, all right? Our team's going to send you a prompt. Once you accept it, you'll be able to join us live on stage, all right? If you're joining us from YouTube, you still have a chance to join us live. Go to letsHang.live to register, or you can sit back and enjoy the show. So before we bring on our special guests, actually, I see them in the back right now. So I see them backstage. So let's go ahead and bring them on. You guys, he is an actor in the hit show, Power Book 4 Force. He's a former college and professional football player. Still got the body like he's playing professional football, okay? Proud alum of Morehouse College. He's also the bruh, Ruth. Y'all welcome Mr. Isaac Keys. What's up, Isaac? Yep, we got some. Yep, we're working out the unmute. It is all good.
There you go.
There
Okay,
go.
you got me?
I got you. What's up, Isaac? Rude. Look, I had to represent today, you know.
That's what I'm talking about, Jay. Jay, you know how we get down. We get down. Hey,
Yeah.
It's a good time in this room. We're gonna have a great time. I want everybody to tap in. Let's Hang.live. Kick it, come in, kick it, chop it up, ask your questions. We have real conversations on this show. So it's a pleasure being back, and I appreciate it. Let's Hang.live, bring me back. So let's have a good time.
We always love having you, Isaac. You are a ball of fun. And look, I see some people in the chat right now being like, is that Diamond? Yes, that's Diamond, y'all. Okay. People call you Diamond in the streets, Isaac.
They do. They Diamond. They yell it out. And I answer too. It's crazy. I've been answering. So, yeah. So, but it's a good time. I appreciate everybody. Recognizing the show and supporting of the show. And it's been a blessing to bring Diamond to life. So people rocking with me. So enjoy it.
Definitely. We always rocking with you, Isaac. All right. Up next, you guys, I see him backstage. Defensive tackle for the Indianapolis Colts. Former college football player at Albany State. Y'all got that $1 million smile. Y'all welcome Mr. Grover Stewart in the building. What's up, Grover? Big Grove in the building.
Yo, I'm on here. Hey, man, it's a blessing to be here, man.
Look,
ready to have fun.
Isaac, I think Grove actually has the record for the unmute button. He unmuted faster than both of us. Okay?
He did. He had his hand already ready. It was like he was
I was ready for it.
Good job, Grove. Good job.
We appreciate you hanging with us. Also, up next, you guys, we have an O-lineman for the New England Patriots. Excuse me. Let me do that over. He's a guard and a center for the New England Patriots. Played football at North Carolina Central, so we know who he's rooting for today. He is also the bruh. Got a lot of Coleman on here today. Mr. Nick Leverett is in the building. What's up, Nick? Uh-oh, is he there? Lord. You know what?
There you
He's there, but his camera and his microphone are off.
Hey, no case, no face, Nick. No case, no face. No face, no case.
Exactly. We are definitely going to get it together. So real quick, in the chat, I want to shout out to a lot of our fans that are on here today. You guys are from New Jersey. We got Atlanta in the building. Shout out to Young Money in Florida. Let me see. CXM Productions. I see you. Shout out you, Isaac. Columbus, Ohio's in the building. Florida. CXM. Talk about my guy, Nick. Yes. Okay, there's Nick. Lord have mercy. Nick, can we see your face on the camera? Okay, he's getting it worked out. Hey, y'all, again, when you go live, you're going to expect some technical difficulties, so it's all good. So I'm going to kick it off to the fellas. Nick is on 2 different devices right now, trying to put his life together.
I am trying my absolute best to get all this situated, so my apologies. Can y'all hear me and see me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay, what's up, y'all? Like you said, Nick Leverett here. Very excited to be here. Excited to interact with you guys, and let's go. Let's get this thing started.
Right.
So, Nick, I will say this. I feel like I'm talking to my mom on FaceTime. Your mama always just shows her eyes and her forehead for some reason. So, there we go. Okay, and
it's all. Listen, it's a work in progress over here. I'm on like 5 different laptops, 2 iPads, just trying to get all this stuff worked out. So guys, just bear with me. I do apologize, but we still gonna have a great time.
No, we're definitely gonna have a great time. Again, I want to remind everybody that's on the chat, if you want to jump on and talk to these guys yourself, get a chance to ask questions yourself, all you have to do is let us know in the chat. We'll move you backstage and we'll put you on stage because this is all about the fans and their interaction. So, fellas, I gotta jump into talk about the game. You have 2 of the top 10 preseason power ranked teams. So we always have to start with predictions. What are your predictions for the game today? Nick, we'll start with you because you know your school is actually playing.
Okay, so of course my prediction gonna be the illustrious North Carolina Central taking it all the way. You know, we definitely got a good squad coming back. You know, we had some good guys graduate, but you know, we had a
Nick. Once he started talking good about his school,
he got too many devices.
By the wayside.
Hey, but what's crazy is when he faded out, I don't know if it was like the electricity got shut off.
Basically, Alabama State got a hold of it.
Isaac, ASU pulled the plug. ASU pulled the plug on him. He got to talking. It was like,
That's funny. All right, Isaac, give us your prediction for the game today.
You know, I'm going with this. I did a little research. You know, I got to do my research. I always do my little research. You know that. And Alabama State's gonna pull it out. Eddie Robinson has been there. He's been able to put Eddie Robinson Jr. has been there for a while. He's been able to put together, you know, a squad that's been in contention. You know what I mean, in the last few years. And I think they're gonna put a game out.
Yeah. Okay. And I like the research. I like when you bring the research in. That's good.
I did it like 15 minutes ago before.
All right. Big group. Better late than never. Big group. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Isaac on it. He done did the research and everything, so he know what he's talking about. So I'm gonna go with them boys.
You just showed us what kind of student you were in school. I already know. It was like I'm gonna copy y'all for years.
If he did the research, he know then. Hey,
you know, scout report. You know, Grove. You know what I mean? Hey, scout report, bro. You know how it go down.
That's right.
But
all right.
Morehouse was on here though. I don't know.
It's true now. Don't start that Albany State Morehouse stuff now. I'm gonna wait. It was early. It was early in the show. I didn't want to go.
Okay. All right. So you guys got a chance to attend HBCUs. You guys play football for HBCUs. We got to show some HBCU love today. Why was it important for you to attend an HBCU? And what was one of those? You know, what was the biggest influence in deciding to go to an HBCU?
I think with me, I'll start off. I think with me, at first, I didn't. And my father actually instilled that in me. He told me he wanted to go to HBCU, and he showed me a pamphlet of Morehouse College. It was all guys on there, and I said, "No, I'm not going there, Dad. That doesn't seem like a good time for me. It's like a good time for me." I was like, so I actually went to a school which was, you know, what I'm saying, University of North Alabama, and I went there first. And I just didn't like it. It didn't seem like college. Like, it didn't seem like a college field and had that part. So I reverted back and I applied to HBCUs and I got accepted by Morehouse. Now, I don't know if I would have got accepted by Morehouse coming straight out of college. I mean, high school. But some reason, they let me in. So I got there. So I went to Morehouse and to me, and I just got honored for our Morehouse Football Alumni Association with an award for playing football and what I've done thus far. And I had brought it up. It was like, to me, like, I left with a brotherhood. Like, I left with, like, I got friends that go to bigger schools, Kansas State, Mizzou, and Nebraska, and not to say nothing wrong with that, but what I'm left with is a family. Like, I still talk to these people. I have a Morehouse mom. I have my athletic director is like, you know, it's like a father figure for me. So, as I always said, it was great seeing people like me trying to better themselves, because you can become a product of your environment by being around people that, you know, they're not doing so well. But I'm at a multitude of thousands of people that are trying to better themselves by getting a better education, trying to find a career in life, and that helped me in life, and it helped me instill more of a motivational aspect to me. So the HBCU is kind of growing, and being around people that's trying to do better.
Wow, that's so awesome! Wow! What an experience. What about you, Nick? Got a chance to play football for HBCU. What was your biggest influence in going, and why was it so important for you to attend an HBCU?
Well, for me, I'm a first generational college student, so you know, nobody in my family went to college. And you know, I I really didn't start playing football until I want to say like middle school, high schoolish. And you know, I wasn't just this big freakish athlete, so I actually didn't have a lot of offers coming out of high school. And you know, I had a good, I didn't have a lot, but I had a good amount. And you know, I took business and everything. But it was just something. North Carolina Central was the only HBCU I took a visit to. And you know, when I left from that visit, it was just like, after going to all these PWIs, and then I went to a HBCU, it was just like I felt more comfortable. You know, of course, seeing a lot of people like me. And you know, I'm glad I made that decision, because it's a decision I wouldn't trade in to this day. You know, of course, the food was good. Y'all heard of Fried Chicken Wednesday, Friday. I was there from like a Wednesday to a Sunday stretch. So I got to experience all of that. And you know, it just left a huge impact on me after leaving Central. So yeah, I mean, that was the biggest thing for me. And what it did for me, just the relationships I got to kindle, and all the networking I did. You know, it's definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. You know, I just had a son. He's 3 months old, and it's like I'm like already like I'm pushing him to go to HBCU. Like, go ahead and put your North Carolina Central gear on, because you won't be going to no other HBCU. But nah, it's definitely an experience that I wouldn't trade in for the world.
Well, first of all, congratulations too on the new baby.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Hey, no, Nick said that fried chicken. What day was fried chicken?
I'm telling you, Fried Chicken Wednesday. Hey, listen. That was the best day of the week.
I'm gonna pull up.
That was the best day of the week. That's when everybody, you know, put their best fit on. You know, we had DJs in the cafeteria. It's like, you know, like everybody didn't want to go to class after having all that fried food, collard greens, all that, man. It was by far the best day of the week.
Man, come on, dude. That's amazing.
That is, I love it. All right, Ron, what about you?
Just like both of the guys were saying, like going to a HBCU, it's more than school, and like you building like bonds that you'll never forget. Like I done met some people that like I still talk to this day. Like I talk to my professors, like the guys I played with, my coaches, and like just being there, it was more like family orient, and like shoot, like I wouldn't change it for nothing. And then again, Albany was close to home too, so like I didn't want to go too far from the house, because I was like, man, I ain't never been that far. So I said I don't know about the other schools, so I say I made a great decision by going to Albany.
That's what's up. I appreciate you guys sharing. Well, unfortunately, see, I didn't get a chance to go to an HBCU. I was at a PWI, so I missed out on the Wednesday chicken nights or whatever it was. We sure wasn't eating collard greens. I can promise you that at my school. But one thing that I can say is, even though I was at a PWI, I was at plenty of HBCU homecomings, y'all. And when I say the homecoming energy is unmatched at HBCUs, what? It is insane. So I gotta ask you, try not to be biased. What HBCU do you think has the best sports atmosphere, homecoming atmosphere? Because I mean,
North Carolina Central University.
Man, stop it.
North Carolina Central University.
Fried chicken's not gonna save you on this.
No. It's way more than fried chicken when it comes to that. That's just the intro.
You gotta give me more than that. I just you can't. You gonna say North Carolina Central is better than Spellhouse, Morehouse, Spelman, Homecoming? You can't do that, bro.
Listen,
everybody know y'all may not want to give it credit, but y'all know it's a vibe.
Hey, y'all have a vibe about that though.
It's a vibe. You been up
who got a vibe?
Morehouse now. Hey, they different. They different.
It's a vibe up there now. So I'm just saying, I give Howard, but Howard's starting to charge. Like Howard just switched their thing up for homecoming. So I don't even think they're gonna be in the running no more. And I hope Morehouse and Spelman don't do the same thing. But it's a vibe. They gave the bros the whole tennis court. Like the bros had a club setting. They had a whole day party going on over there. And tennis court, they had booths for each line. Each unit had a booth and had to go and a stage. And let alone everything going outside, man. I can't go for it. I'm Spellhouse. I'm biased and I'm unbiased. Spellhouse homecoming.
Listen, so team, we've discussed a lot of great homecomings, which is great. I know we have some other folks on that may want to jump into the chat and tell us which homecoming is the best. I will give you all my opinion. Also, Jade, not an HBCU grad, but smart enough to marry a woman who went to an HBCU. So shout out to Amanda the Queen. 30 years marriage, y'all. We love that thing. FAMU, listen, if you missing out on getting to Tallahassee, listen, first of all, you should have booked your room last year because you ain't going to get one. But if you can find a way to get to Tallahassee, Florida for FAMU, Jade is different.
Hey, fam, you be turned up now.
Yeah, I was just about to say they making you run for your Spellhouse money, Isaac. I don't know if you would definitely turn up for sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of FAMU, real quick, do y'all think that FAMU is going to repeat this year? Are they going back to the ship? Are they going to bring home the championship again this year?
Since we got Isaiah Land on the squad, I think FAMU gonna pull it off.
I don't think so. As long as North Carolina Central University is a part of a celebration bowl, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. I want Nick to be my friend because ever since the loyalty that you have, that is like, hey, you loyal to a fault. I ain't even mad at you.
I will forever be loyal to thee. Forever.
All right. So we have a fan that's hanging out backstage, and then we have another guest that we're going to bring on as well. We're going to bring him on. If you go ahead and cut your camera on for me, we are going to bring on CXM Productions on stage so you can ask your fan question. All right, Jeff, cut your cameras on. Cut your cameras on, unmute your mic. We got to see your face. So, you know.
You got to see you.
How's it going?
Okay, we can't see you. You have to cut your camera on.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Oh, yep, here we go. Here we go. I just got asked. There we go. How's it going?
Good, man. There you go. We see you now. Okay.
Yes, sir. How's it going? Big Nick, how's it going, my guy?
Man, everything's great, man. How about you? How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Good.
So my question for you guys is, how do you guys feel about like the Pac-12 and how do you guys feel about everything like getting changed?
Good question.
Everything getting changed in what aspect?
Like with the teams leaving into different ACCs and everything like that, with the Pac-12 only being 2 teams now.
Ooh, that's crazy. I actually did not know that.
Really?
But I mean, everybody leaving the conference. I definitely think that's crazy, man. Like, I mean, a conference championship is what, the same team playing each other for what, 12 weeks?
Exactly. Yep.
I mean,
another question I got for you guys, another question I have for all you guys is, what's motivation when you guys are down and you guys have to keep going? What motivates you guys to keep on going?
That's a great question, brother. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Well, I'll go ahead and pop it off. I mean, for me, it's just everything you put into it, man. Like, you know, all the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, all the film review you put in, all the weight room, the stuff, the grind time you put on the field, man. It's just like, am I going to just let it go just because like we down? You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. It's just constant motivation to keep going and keep pushing even through the hard times. I mean, because for me, football relates to life. You know, just because things get hard in life, that don't mean give up.
Exactly.
So it's just one of those things. You know, I got plenty of motivations. You know, I got my son, of course, my family. I got a family to feed at the end of the day. And then another thing for me is legacy. You know, what do I want to be remembered by? You know, do I want to be remembered as the guy that just gave up when we was down and out, or do I want to be the guy that overcame the obstacles and all the hardship of everything, you know, that was going on in that moment? You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna type in there because I think also we have to understand that there's times where you get tired.
Correct.
Times where you sit down for a second. You know what I mean? Because it's some things gonna hit you. It's gonna rock your world and change you in a different aspect. It's gonna change you. But
exactly.
I think it's times when you have to learn more about yourself. Like look internally, like learn more about you and what you know about yourself, and that allows you to be able to navigate in the world a lot better. You have different filters and know how to deal with different people in different ways and put them in different perspectives. So we all know, like, you know what I'm saying, when we come from football, like, we know it's a grind. If your heart ain't in football, you can't play it because it's too demanding. You know, and a lot of things in life are the same way. As Nick said, football is life. You fall down, you gotta get back up. You have a goal. So I say that to say is that find your why. When you have your why or why you doing this, then now you're not in limbo. You like, okay, this is where I'm going. So now that's gonna motivate you to keep on doing. What's your why? Whatever it may be. It may be losing weight, it may be gaining weight, it may be just aspiring to be something else in your career change.
Exactly.
But find your why and allow that to motivate you, and then surround yourself around motivated people. Don't be around nobody that's gonna bring negative, that's gonna bring you down, and it's gonna put that other energy on you. Don't let nobody put no whack ass energy on you.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
Facts.
I mean,
How about you, Grove?
I want to say, man, like the younger generation, man, like I know, like it's a kid out there watching me, like either I'm up or down. Like I want to be the one, like to help the younger generation out because, like, where I come from, you don't have that many role models, and
Exactly.
like for me to be the one and like to do it, like live it each day, like that's like my biggest motivation, like to help them out and knowing that I can show them and like I can teach them. So
Yeah,
like that's one of my biggest motivations.
I appreciate that.
So tell us your name. We see CX
So,
number.
so my name's Cam. Actually, so I made a poster for Nick during the off season, and it showed all of his schools he went to, his high school, everything like that. Dance pictures with him. That's how I connected with Nick, and I've did that with multiple other players. This is his right here, by the way. This is his right here, and then he gave me his towel as well. But me and Nick, I appreciate Nick because coming from Tampa Bay, like, opening up doors coming to New England, I wanted to show him the support, being on a new team, new everything, you know what I mean? So just being that fan, being there with that poster, seeing him come up, this and that, yada yada, it really made me connect with him, and I appreciate him for that.
That's big.
Yeah.
Man, nah.
Wow.
First and foremost, I appreciate you for that, man. That was like by far like one of the most fire posters I've ever seen, definitely ever received.
Thank you, bro.
No, it was definitely like this guy really did his thing with these posters. You know, he gave it out to me, some of our other teammates, and you know,
I did 13 of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I did the whole wide receiver core, and then I was like, I got to do Nick, and then I just did Nick. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for hanging with us. Thank
Of
you
course.
so much for your amazing questions. And most importantly, your support of these guys. Like, that's huge. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna bring another fan on, but before we do, y'all, it's so crazy. Like, it almost brings tears to my eyes. Because girl, you were just talking about the future generation. Isaac, you're talking about your why. Nick, you're talking about legacy. Like, I think sometimes it's not that we take for granted what we do, but you know, we really are living out the dream that we prayed for many years ago, right? And then sometimes things don't seem to be going our way, but there's so many people like Cam that are looking like they think you got this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really admire, and they're watching you, and they're watching how you flip it, and they're watching how you handle adversity. And that was beautiful. That really was. So keep up the good work, fellas. Like, that was dope. That was dope. All right, we're gonna bring on another fan really fast. I really don't know the name, but if we could bring the fan over, you have another fan question?
So when they
Shade team, listen, we got duty calling here for us from the Wells Fargo side, so we actually have to go down and do a moment on the field. So I'm not trying to flex on for nothing, but I got to dip out for a minute. But I'm coming back, and I know we've got some giveaways and a special guest who's going to be joining us a little bit later on in the broadcast. So with that said, I'm going to ease out for a minute, but I will be back.
Hey, dude, before you
Don't
leave,
stay gone too long.
dude, before you leave, what's going on with the game?
Listen, man, right now, wait for them to bring the score back up. We've got them Eagles of North Carolina Central up 7-0. Just punched it in, Isaac. So 7-0 right now, and ASU. All right, we're gonna see how that play turns out. But the Eagles, they up 7-0 right now, y'all.
That's early. That's an early score. Okay, good.
So stand by. We'll see y'all in a couple of minutes.
All right.
Right on.
All right. So Dewey's heading out to the field. And we do have a special guest coming up in a little bit, you guys. And we also have another representative from another company that we're going to be bringing on here momentarily as well. So I'll go straight to the fan question because she was like, I do not want to come on camera, which is perfectly fine. So this is from, it looks like Canty, maybe Elliott. The question is, who is the Mount Rushmore of college football programs of all time?
Mount Rushmore of college football, just all in general.
College football. That's a tough one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got to put Alabama up there. Yeah, you got to put Alabama.
Yeah, you got to put Bama up there.
You got to put Bama up there. Ohio State kind of got to go up there too, though. What y'all thinking, bro? Nick?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Okay.
I mean, you know me. I would put my Eagles up there as the number one HBCU, of course. You know, as part of the Mount Rushmore. But I'm gonna play it fair.
What you think, Nick?
I love you want to say Florida State.
I would say that. I would say Florida State and Florida kind of got to go up there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the history that they've had. I mean, we grew up with Florida State having some dynamic teams. Miami, but that's like the long time ago. But Miami set a precedent back in the day, for sure.
Okay.
Now, with somebody, I don't know. That's a great.
That's a tough question, though.
Ask me about an HBCU Mount Rushmore. That's a better question for me. I'm all HBCU right
All
now.
you gonna say is North Carolina Central. What's the other HBCU university? So what's the other HBCU? Okay, let's do that. What's the other HBCU you gonna say Mount Rushmore?
I give Grambling State.
Okay.
I put Grambling up there.
Yeah.
South Carolina State.
Yep. I put South Carolina up there.
Yeah. What about A&T? North Carolina A&T though.
I don't like A&T.
Okay, of course you don't.
I don't like A&T. But no. In all due respect, I would put A&T up there, because they have been a powerhouse for quite a while. Now I put A&T up there. You know, as like a little small pebble beside the Faces. You know, I wouldn't put it as an actual like Mount Rushmore type deal, but I would have them on a rock up there.
They give the rock. They get a rock up there.
Give them a little rock. I give them a little rock up there.
I know we'll be out there. We'll be out there for sure.
Oh, I'll be gonna be up there. Okay. Well,
Okay, so we're gonna bring. Actually, he's back. We're gonna bring. I don't even know what your name is, brother. We're just gonna bring you on stage, and you can introduce yourself. Canty Elliott, possibly. Last name Elliott. Okay, you're gonna have to unmute. There you go. All right. So tell us your name.
Hi, my name's Cantley Elliott. Nice to be with you guys today.
Nice to meet you.
Cantley. Okay.
What's up, man?
I love it. All right. So we just asked you a question about the Mount Rushmore. So if you have another question for the fellas, please go ahead.
Yeah, I guess just the AFC, obviously.
Oh, you start
It's packed with a lot of good teams. Who are some of the teams you guys think can maybe give the Kansas City Chiefs a run for their money this year?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Because we lost you for a second.
Yeah. Other teams in the AFC you guys think could give the Kansas City Chiefs a run for their money this year?
Ooh.
That conference is packed.
That
conference is packed over there. I mean, Buffalo. Shit, Buffalo always gonna be there. But I'm curious what Buffalo's gonna do.
I'm over here looking for my New England Patriots paraphernalia.
Hey man, we're gonna run it, man. I'm telling you, Indiana gonna run it, man.
Indiana, okay.
Okay. I'm interested.
I'm a Browns fan, so I'm hoping we can make some noise this year.
You know what's crazy? We just got your whole offensive staff here in New England.
Yeah.
So you really root for New England when you think about it.
I mean, we'll see what they do this year. We'll see. They got Cincy week 1, right? Season opener next week, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like Cleveland is one of them organizations that just can't get right. It's the organization. It's the organization. They can't get right. They
can't.
They made good quarterbacks bad, and they just can't get right. They had so much talent come through that organization, that just can't get right, and then they end up leaving and going somewhere else, or it ruins people's careers. Cleveland is tough. It's Cleveland. Arizona has a bad organization, and I played for them. They have that. It just can't get right. The organization just can't get right, man. But I commend you for being a Cleveland Browns fan.
Hey, it's tough. It's taught me a lot of stick through the hard times in my real life. So
you've been through a lot of adversity. You don't deserve that though, man. You don't deserve all that.
Been through a lot.
He's a good one, man. He's a good one.
I did have one more question I wanted to ask you all while I was on here. So I'm actually a TV producer. That's my full-time job. And basically, I'm looking to get out of the business right now. My last day here is Tuesday, and I have my podcast and media business and everything I've been running for about almost 5 years now. I've met a lot of good connections and everything, working in TV through Ohio State and everybody. I just wanted to ask you guys, what would be some of your advice just for, somebody looking to go out, start their own things? I feel like I have a lot of the resources. I have the drive and ambition to do it. It's just a matter of, applying everything now. So I just want to ask you guys, what would be some advice you all would have for me as somebody who's, venturing off onto another path?
What are you venturing off to?
Well, actually, I work at FedEx, so I've worked 2 jobs for the last 3 years. I'm an operations manager there, and I just use my money from there to put back into my own business. I used that money to publish my first book last year. So I've done a lot of side projects just on my own because I love to read, write, do podcast interviews, talk to people. So that's kind of the direction I want to go with everything. And I'm just looking for, some guidance on, how to maybe go about being successful with that.
I would say, man, just keep pushing your work out there, man. Like, no matter if you feel like it ain't going too well, I'll just keep pushing it. Like, that'll be the biggest thing. Like, getting out there, like, try to connect with different people and just keep pushing it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would say you can find your direction. Sometimes, as long as you take one step in front of the other, you're going somewhere. But as I asked you, what are you getting ready? What are you going to venture off into? You still didn't have an exact thing that you want to venture off to. It was still kind of like trying to find what exactly it is. Right. But I think all of us can really say it's like pivoting and transition is hard. Yeah. When you have to transition for something else, it's hard. But again, surround yourself with a good support group. But just find go after it. Like the sister I said, if you want something, go get it. But it is going to be tough. I would say it's going to be tough in the transition aspect. But find exactly what you want to do. They always say, you got to water one plant, then let that water flow to the others. So don't spread it so much and too many things. Find one thing, go get it, and then let that first anything else.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. Thank you so much for your questions. I know you're not asking me, but I can speak from a person. I did 19 years of morning radio in Dallas. And 2 years ago, I decided to resign and just step out. I did not have a plan. And one thing that I can say is find mentorship. I don't care how old you are, find somebody that can mentor you. You got to humble yourself. You have to ask for help. But if it's something that you're passionate about and you know that it's your gift, God will protect and provide. That's all I can say. And look, I ain't missed out on nothing. I ain't even have to turn my cable off. I thought I was going to have to turn my cable off. God been so good to me. So your character is going to go before you. You know what I mean? Your gift is your gift. So just always show up before everybody else. Always stay later than everybody else. Support people when you're not making any money. And people going to call you. You know what I mean? You got to be reliable. You got to grind. So, yeah.
True.
Yeah. Good luck with that, too. Good luck.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for taking the questions. And I thank you for this event, too. It's great.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you hanging with us for sure.
No problem.
All right. So we're waiting on, we actually have a couple of more fan questions in the back. We're going to bring them on here in just a second. But we got to kind of switch over. I do want to talk NFL because, Nick, you brought up your Patriots. So we have to talk about it. First season without Bill Belichick as head coach. It's been decades that he's been there.
New quarterback. Okay.
New quarterback. So let's first, we got to talk about the quarterback too. So how is it with Coach Mayo taking the mantle? How are things different? How does it feel different in the locker room?
Nick, I'm gonna add to that. So were you good with the quarterback decision?
What happened?
You said the quarterback decision. With the quarterback decision.
Oh, yeah.
The locker room. The locker room was good.
Yeah, everybody was good about it, man. Jacoby, he's a vet. He's been there before, been in those shoes. So we definitely comfortable having a vet. Honestly, we got 2 good options. 3 good options. We got 3 quarterbacks on the roster, but Jacoby and Drake, both smart guys.
You got Jacoby, who's a seasoned vet, who's been there a while. I think it's like year 8 or 9 for Jacoby. So, of course, the coach is going to feel more comfortable with somebody that's been in those shoes, who has been in that fire before. But then, like, you've seen the preseason, you've seen what Drake can do. Drake is a phenomenal quarterback, in my opinion. Real smart guy, real hard-going guy. So, definitely comfortable with the decision. And, you know, I feel like we got definitely some good quarterbacks in the room. I mean, give Joe a shout-out. You know, he got an arm. He can sling that thing. Y'all seen him in college. Y'all seen him in the preseason. So, definitely in a good spot with the quarterback situation. Definitely got faith in the guys. Now, as far as the Bill Mayo, I wasn't here for Bill. I wasn't here for Bill. Heard all the stories. But just the vibe in the locker room, you know, a lot of guys, those guys respect Bill a lot. They still talk about Bill to this day, how much they respect him and how much they miss him. But they also feel really good about Mayo. Mayo's a great coach, in my opinion. Just from when I first signed and I first got to New England, just the conversations we had with him, it was great. I was definitely comfortable making that transition to New England. And, you know, me and Mayo, we play around to this day. It's crazy because Mayo wore 51. That's the number I got. So, you know, we had to have that conversation before I got that number. You know, it's big shoes to fill and everything. But, you know, he was like, you know, I got faith in you. I seen you ball before and I like what you do. So he didn't mind giving me that number. Mayo's a great guy on and off the field. Great coach, great human being. So, yeah, we like Mayo a lot, man.
And Nick, let me ask you this something. Because, you know, the Patriots before, and you weren't there then, had a reputation of kind of being uptight, you know, with Bill. And it was no fun. It was a no fun team. It was a no fun team.
No, I know what you're talking about.
So has that energy changed with Mayo? Like, is the music pumping in the locker room? Is it like, you know, what's going on?
I say this. We are very, like, still, you know, not strict, but, like, you know, we get work done. We get the job done. But it's more relaxed because you got to think Mayo played for Bill. Mayo is a player's coach, so Mayo knows the vibe. Mayo knows how to read the room. Mayo has been in those shoes, so Mayo is like, it's like he's coming stern, but knows where to soften up at certain points. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing I like about him a lot because, like, you're always gonna want to have a player's coach. You've been in the league, Grove. You know how it is. You're gonna want a player's coach more than, like, just somebody. You know, they no disrespect to Bill at all. Like, Bill's phenomenal coach. You've seen his resume and everything. Right. But, you know, just having a player's coach, you always feel comfortable. You know, having that. Even like the offensive line coaches I've had in the past, like, you know, the guys that have actually been there and played before. Like my current offensive line coach, he played in the league, so it's like everything I'm getting from him, he understands what I'm saying. Like, you know, coach, it's hard to, you know, get this certain block or whatever. But Mayo, you know, he still, like, we still, like, that's the thing, like, we still get the job done, we still put in the work, but he knows, like, when to time it down and when not to. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's important because, and even to the fans out there, understanding what Nick is saying is that, you know, having a player's coach is somebody who strapped it up before. Now, you got coaches who have experience, but they've coached so long, like Bill, they coach so long, and you like, okay, I can't do it, but respect it because what they've done. But it's nothing like having a coach who's been there and done it, like physically, like you said, had to get that same block that you got to get. So he understands the difficulty of it and also give you a different type of technique to try to get it. And I think, you know, it's important that people understand that. And it's like having a player's coach is an amazing type of connection. There's a different respect level. It's a level of like, feeling like, okay, now I know you get it. So when I'm talking to you, like, you understand every part about it.
Yeah.
Hey, but I heard it was like a boot camp over there, man.
Dude, no. So, like, what the guys been telling me, so, like, one of the guys I hit up when I was deciding where I wanted to sign to was Shaq Mason. He played in New England for a while. I think he currently played for Houston, Texas. But I hit him up. I was like, you know, how is it over there? He was like, you got Mayo there now. You ain't got Bill, so you chilling. But it's crazy because, like, you know, just the work that we put in New England, it's like, you know, we put in a lot of work in Tampa, but I can't think of the last time I ran gassers after practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, you know how it is, bro. We ain't did that since, like, college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So we
On
did
my
that.
whistle. What is that? On my whistle. Everybody on the line.
Exactly,
On my whistle.
exactly. Like, I'm like, that's just.
I get tripped. On my whistle on the line.
I'm like on the line. Wait, hold on. But I mean, honestly, like this the best shape I've ever been in my life. You know, we do all this conditioning, but it definitely pay off. But that was one of the things that threw me out. I was like, y'all sure Bill ain't here somewhere? Like, we conditioning after practice. Y'all sure
He's
Bill ain't
always
here?
there. He is always there. For sure. What made you sign to New England, Nick?
Honestly, my fiance, she from New York, so it was closer to her family. And you know, we just, of course, the numbers was there. And you know, I knew some of the guys that was already here, already had conversations with some of those guys and everything, and we just felt like it was the best fit for me.
Okay.
Hey, Jacoby, that's a solid dude, man. I played with him a couple years too, so.
I'm telling you, yeah, he very solid guy. We just had dinner together. He covered the whole tab, so shout out to him for that. Yeah, Jacoby, a really good dude.
So I don't know if y'all did get a chance to see when you talk about Coach Mayo, did y'all get a chance to see his first press conference? When, you know, they announced that he's moving over to the team or whatever. There was a statement that he said that I was like, okay, this man is bold. They were asking him about seeing color because I think some people were trying to, you know, play down racism. You know, he's close to Boston, and of course, that's going to be a whole thing itself. And he said, I do see color because if I don't see color, you can't see racism. That headline was going that video was going viral. You know what I mean? Because just being bold enough, talking about being the first Black coach in franchise history.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
It is. Yeah, that's
definitely.
That's a great statement.
Yeah, for sure. Now, girl, we got to talk about your quarterback too. We're gonna do that in just a second. We're gonna bring on a fan. Oh yeah, we talking quarterbacks today.
Oh yeah,
all in the news. We have Arvon on with us. Arvon, thank you so much for hanging. What's your question?
Oh, that mute button. That mute button.
Unmute yourself, Arvon. Unmute yourself. There you go. He's faster than Nick.
I wanted to say first and foremost, I want to appreciate y'all kings and queens for putting on this space to allow people like us to come in and ask our questions. So I wanted to say for all of y'all, even you, Queen Jade, how can Black media personalities better connect with athletes? You know what I'm saying? We see what Skip done and other things, but just how can we just be better from the player perspective?
We need a special guest to come in and answer.
For real.
Not for real. Like, I mean, outside looking in, you know, I'm not in the locker room anymore. I think with that media aspect, I mean, it's tough. I think the media has to play a role. They have their own lane. They got to do their thing over there. I don't know if they're ever going to just be that close to the athlete because they have to speak about the athlete in every way. And they can't just be, you know, befriend them and it's like, oh, just not be good on, you know what I'm saying, with them. They have to speak, you know, unbiasedly. So I'm not sure how they're doing. It's like I feel like they just have to do their job, and they do their job. It comes with repercussions as well too. Athletes aren't always going to be happy about what they say, you know, in that situation. But they have to do it unbiasedly and just speak with what they can do and try to speak on facts. Yeah.
I think to piggyback off of that point, I mean, we know y'all got a job to do. We know like everybody don't want to hear nice things y'all got to say about us. Like y'all, everybody, the fans want to hear the nitty and gritty and stuff. So like we understand that. You know, trying to think really like. I mean, no, we understand what y'all got to do. And we not gonna sit here and be like, oh, say nicer things about us, because at the end of the day, like y'all gotta feed yourselves at the end of the day. So, I mean, that's a tough question.
But isn't it also based around motive, right? You have a lot of people that are just saying things about players and celebrities and so on and so forth, just trying to go viral, right? It's always like the intent behind the message that you're delivering. So, I mean, you could deliver your truth, but I mean, I think it's a way to do it. You know,
I think I know what you're saying, but nobody can argue facts. If it's a fact, you're speaking on facts, and it's facts. You know, whatever it may be. But when you start taking it, I think, into more of a personal aspect or trying to dazzle it, then now you tap the line because now it's argumentative. Now it can be negotiable in a sense. And I just think that, you know, we speak of facts. You may not like it, but the facts are the facts.
That's true. Now, Isaac, the only thing I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this 2024. People will argue facts, and you be like, "Are you?"
Oh yeah.
You're right about that. You're so right about that, Jay. They will argue to death about facts. You just choose whether you want to argue with them, though. That's the question.
Ooh, okay. I love it. All right. That's true. Arvon, did you have another question?
Yeah, I just want to add one thing. I know y'all talked about obviously I do that.
Okay, you're distant. We can't hear you.
I think you got that speaker covered up.
Yeah. Open it. Yeah. Pick the bottom up. You got the bottom of the phone covered.
Same thing.
Now you good?
Good now.
I know y'all talked about just we have to make our money. We gotta say what we need to say, but kind of what Mr. J was alluding to. You know what I'm saying? We, in order to get quotes, I know we get brought in post game stuff like that, but we gotta build a certain type of relationship to get y'all to be comfortable and to give us certain information, especially maybe not on the pro level, but like I work a lot with college athletes, high school athletes. You know what I'm saying? Working the recruiting platform. So y'all have any advice? Just like being more. I mean, I'm pretty personable, but from your perspective, how can we be more personable instead of just like, all right, I got to get this information. So I'm just prying this kid out of information.
It's gonna be hard to get something like from a guy that's gonna be personal. Like they doing their job and you doing your job. Like they know you're a reporter, so they ain't gonna come out and be like just telling you personal stuff. Like
we don't trust you. We don't trust the media. Like, it ain't gonna be. It's always gonna be a conversation. It can be with depth, but it's always like I have to protect what you necessarily say, because when it comes it's like the game telephone. I can tell you one thing, but then you interpreted something different later on down the line, and it's not what I said. So it's like, you have to be careful about who you speak with and how you speak to them, because you can interpret it different and then write it up, and now it's on headlines. That's not what I said, and I can't. Your broadcast is bigger than mine. So, you can broadcast something out, saying in a way that it wasn't said, but it ain't gonna make sense, because it ain't what I said. So it's always gonna be that thin line of like, we don't trust media, and athletes don't trust media because we just don't know. Because you also trying, like you said, we say doing your job, but you're also trying to get headlines as well.
Yep.
That's how we think of the media.
Yeah. So Arvon, sorry, we ain't got nothing for you. No, I'm just joking. No, we appreciate you hanging with us. Thank you so much for your questions. All right, just keep going. Consistency is key. You'll be all right. It'll work out.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Have a blessing.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. All right, we have another fan we're going to bring on. I see Frederick is backstage. Again, thank you guys. If you have questions, put them in the chat. We would love to bring you live on stage to get a chance to talk with these amazing fellas. So let's keep it going, all right? All right, Frederick. What's up? Thanks for hanging with us. How you doing? Frederick,
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Frederick, you have to stand still. You making me dizzy.
All right. Well, first of all, how you guys doing?
We're good.
And we blessed.
All right. I appreciate the platform. Definitely love to come and hang with you guys, talk about HBCUs.
All right.
I heard, I believe, Isaac, you're a Morehouse man?
That's right. The house.
Morehouse, we had Albany State, and we had North Carolina Central, or North Carolina.
The illustrious North Carolina Central, the one that's up 14-0 right now. That's
all right. Well, I do want to say, I'm a Rattler, so I have to put that into effect.
You strike it 2 times.
We whooped y'all plenty of times back in my time.
I'm a Tallahassee Rattler, so but yeah, definitely I love the HBCU energy. No matter where you live, no matter where you guys are, you always bring that energy.
Sure.
But I do have a question for you guys. I have a lot of questions, but I tried to narrow it down to one. I do want to ask, how do you guys feel like? Do you feel like the players' safety and protection is different now? Does it need to be improved? Because everything with the concussions and protecting players, protecting quarterbacks, all the penalties that they try to give in games. Do you believe that they're doing enough to protect players, or it still needs to be improvement?
I believe like
right now.
I'm about to say you the OG. You know what I'm saying? The game a lot different than how we playing than when you was playing. I mean, just for me. I mean, I had Tom in the locker room with me, and he used to always been on like how the game definitely changed. And you know, when you look up the research of, you know, all the concussions and stuff like that, you know, people passing away early in age. I do think it's necessary. You know, upgrading the helmet gear and stuff like that. You know, the new penalties and stuff. You know, it sucks because, you know, football ain't the same as how it used to be. But at the end of the day, you know, it is protecting guys to live longer. To be able to tell their story, to be able to tell, you know, their career and stuff like that. And then for me, you know, you can't do certain things to quarterback. So, you know, if I give up a sack, it's gonna get called back. If you you know, drop on them the wrong way, I don't mind at all. But nah, I definitely think the game has definitely changed. But I do see how they are trying to, you know, protect guys as they get older. And just you know, help them live longer and everything.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you. So being the older gentleman in the room, I think before football it's a gladiator sport. It's about the toughest and the strongest who survive. And when we went into camp like that, coaches were known to be tough, and we're doing full pads and this everything. Who survives, and it wasn't about necessarily protection of the players. But now the money is involved. The money is stuff like that. The money. The money is getting involved now. You got to protect these guys. And you know, first I was like, man, the game changed. That was ego speaking. But I'm also at the age where it's like I got friends who are starting to see their residual effect from football with the CTE, and we see people pass away. I'm always checking my brain and trying to make sure I'm good. You know, I had to remember lines, and if I forget something, I'm like, oh shit, hold on, wait a minute. I forget something. Hold on, is that normal?
Right.
You know, so I'm always checking and trying to make sure it's good. But you know, I think it's great. We got to protect the players. We got to protect the sport. We got to protect people that's going in. Is it different? Yes. But everything evolves. Everything has to change at some point in time because honestly, like it was collisions. It was like head-on collision, and that's how we judged it. You get back up, like, all right, I'm good now. I used to run out on kickoff team, and it was like going to Braveheart, like the movie Braveheart, when they just run and collide and just you don't know you survive. Like I go hit the wedge of second string offensive lineman who just trying to get it going. They had a wedge, and I hit it, boom. And I just get up and I check my minutes. I was like, okay, am I good? All right. Explain. Like that's what football was, you know what I'm saying, at that time. So I think it is important that we are protecting. Like technology is changing, so that's great. But also the mindset. I mean, the game is just different, man. You know, it is a little more finesse these days, you know. So, but I'm okay with that. Let these guys get paid, and get their money and go out there and do the best they can do.
See, I think I'm like more like the gladiator. So I should have been playing in the older days.
Hey, they gladiator pay off on the field though.
Hey, I'll tell you. But they do everything though to protect us, man. Like with the new fields, like they changing the fields up for guys, and they making sure like guys' cleats are good, like for the turf, for the grass. And I actually changed over to the new helmet because they said I was like one of the top guys that had like the most collisions with my head. So I think they do a good job with it. But I'm more a gladiator. Like either way, old helmet, I'm gonna be out there. Either way.
So what do they have in the new helmet that they didn't have in the old helmet? What's the
So
difference?
they got like a different material. It's like it's more like a memory foam, like in there.
Not a Tempur-Pedic, okay?
The material they got in there.
It be them big helmets. They helmets be looking like what the
But then they got
more
those
impact rated, the material they got in there, so it can take more impact without, you know, the impact going through and, you know, shaking the brain up and everything. It's like I forgot what the material is called, but
then they got no Guardian caps too though. So
I had that Rydell.
That right there.
Rydell, just put it on, and put the air in there.
Oh yeah.
And I had a little more air in my helmet.
All right, Frederick, I'm gonna let you sneak one more question in because you got a great laugh. So what's your next question? You said you have to narrow it down.
Okay, the last question is like with the HBCUs, do you guys feel like with a high profile coaching coming into the HBCUs, will that improve those programs? Because we've seen a lot of well known names now coaching on the HBCU level. And, do you think that's, well, I mean, I think it's good, but do you guys think that's a good look?
I mean, I think it's a good look for anybody. I mean, first of all, to get the head coach position, I think HBCUs got to do a lot of things internally on their own outside of just the coach they hire. I speak Kelly about Morehouse. Morehouse is just we allowed our program to not be a precedent as it be. Morehouse has a brand. No matter what it is, we have a brand name at the school. We have a brand, but we don't necessarily get behind that brand and use it the way we need to. We got Terrence Mathis as our head coach. Terrence Mathis was a phenomenal wide receiver with Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what I mean? So yes, can that bring a name, like it bring maybe more fans or bring more notoriety to it? But also Morehouse need to make sure we get funded the right amount of scholarships. The endowment for all HBCUs, they need to get the right amount of scholarships. Albany State the same way, but it's those type of things. So yes, I'm good with any coach that comes in that can bring precedent, but the school has to back that coach. If the athletic director has to back that coach. If they don't, that program is just going to be inconsistent and it's not going to allow it to flourish. And a lot of times I think these HBCUs don't put enough behind their athletic programs, honestly.
That's good.
Well said.
Well, Frederick, thank you so much for hanging with us. We definitely appreciate you so much. Definitely
Absolutely.
appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Have
Thank
a
you,
good one.
guys.
All right. Don't forget.
He had a high pitch for you. I thought he was lying. You had high people. I think you be lying. You lying, Frederick? What you doing?
That's so funny.
No, you had a great question.
Okay, so we have another. You guys are so much fun. Cam said he wants to come back and ask you guys another question. Cam, go ahead. We're gonna let you on stage.
Cam, I want a poster now. I mean, you the man.
No,
I'm telling you, I want one too.
Me and Big Bro, we want posters now.
Hey, I'm telling you.
With your high school pictures on there and everything.
Yeah, I need a little football into the acting. Give me a transition. You know what I'm saying? From football.
There you go. There you go.
Unmute yourself first. No.
You're on.
Hey, Nick, help him out. Nick, no.
Hey, look, my dog is excited right now. He started talking.
Hey, I'm telling you.
He was fired up. I think I'm gonna get a poster. You gotta unmute yourself, Cam.
Yeah.
There you go. That ain't it.
You finding it.
Oh,
okay.
Oh shit. We got a time limit.
Y'all are so silly.
If you're on muted time, you got to.
Hey,
he was talking before he got on there.
All right. Well, you guys, it looks like Dewey is back from doing his on-field presentation. And he got my boy with him. Amir Wyndham's in the building. What's up, Amir?
What up, Jade?
We done bought some trouble here.
Look, they ain't figured out the new thing either.
Definitely.
Oh, thank you, guys. Now we good. Can y'all hear us?
Yes, we can.
All right. So, you want to do your open again? Because it was so great. Did you want to,
I was
grab the camera so he can get on.
JV football American. Had about, I had a lot of NFL scouts at the practice when I was on JV, but I hurt my big toe. My big toe got hurt, and I didn't finish. So Isaac and Nick, I was supposed to be playing with y'all, but I don't even I'm about to get emotional, dog. I could be in the league with y'all, man, but my big toe gave out on me, man. So
how that big toe doing now though?
I had to get a new one on Amazon, dog. Yeah, Amazon gets to your house the next day. So I ordered it on Amazon. It came next day. So I'm good. But I still can't. Yeah, man, that prime. That prime time.
Yes, he had a big toe issue too. So yeah.
But he got his cut off. Have you seen his foot before?
Did you do that?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I did.
No,
yeah.
Don't do that.
I had that prime toe.
No, it went together. So I didn't.
Listen. Pride of FAMU. You guys know that Amir went to FAM. A lot of the audience may not know about you, man. Just give them the 15-second version here. Come on, 15 seconds.
About myself.
All right. That's why I make you do it.
If you guys ever met a guy named Bruno Mars or heard his music, I discovered him. Built his career. If you've heard of a song called Happy by Pharrell, I wrote that song. Just been doing a lot of stuff in the music industry, which is why I'm a bald head scallywag. Because of the stress. But no, I'm a FAMU grad. I'm here at the Orange Blossom with Dewey. I'm a Wells Fargo Swiper in supporter. We need to make that a
My
campaign.
brother. My
Swiper
brother.
in supporter. But no, I'm just here to show some love. Orange Blossom Classic, North Carolina Central, and Alabama State. You know, it's not really FAMU playing, but
Here we go.
you know, we're tolerating it.
There you go.
2-0 FAMU.
That's right.
By the way, they beat South Carolina State over the weekend.
Yeah, easy work. We just wanted to make the game competitive so we could have more people in the stands next game. You know what I mean?
All right. Y'all make sure I get that president situation together over there, fam.
Whoa. Yo, Isaac, why you gotta do that? That's how you know you losing the fight when you start doing stuff like that.
Isaac.
That's how you know you losing when you. That's like you done bit somebody's ankle, dog, because you're on the ground. Why you gotta do that, dog?
Everybody got a little payout over there at FAMU. I don't know what's going on.
Hey man, you know what? Look, hey Isaac, we can use you, bro. Why don't you go ahead and put that application in? We need help.
I don't want them problems. No, I'm good.
Come on, dog. Now, it's good to be here with y'all, man. I feel like I'm an athlete.
Hey man, congratulations on everything, because that Bruno Mars go crazy, man. I love what they've done.
Appreciate that.
Everything you're doing, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Did you talk about what you got coming up? Are you allowed to talk about that at all?
Yeah, well, what I got coming up?
Which one? It's about peace. Huh? Peace. Peace. Can you talk about that?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we're you guys heard the new song with Lady Gaga, so we're cooking up something. You know, we try to touch people's souls in music, man. You know, you got all this boopity boop gunplay and everybody getting everybody's best friend pregnant. And we just trying to have some fun and make people feel good.
I got
Say again?
I got a mixtape. I need to get that to you.
So you a cloud dog. You my type of dude, dog. You a cloud dog. Hey, send it to me. I'm gonna tell you my email is J.
Don't play. No.
J and I just met Nick, but Nick is my head of A&R. So Nick Leverett at we don't like garbage.com.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, send that to Nick and Jay. They gonna handle it. Right? Ain't that right, Nick? Nick and Jay, y'all got me right.
That's hilarious. No, we appreciate you, Amir. Congratulations on everything. Thanks for always hanging with us. We know Dewey is your A1 since day one. So we knew you were gonna swing by.
Hey, he doing the salt and pepper. Dewey on his unk vibe, ain't he?
Hey,
Dewey on his unk vibe.
Activities for sure.
Right.
There we go. 50th birthday coming up here later this month, y'all. So God be the glory. We thank you.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, man.
Hey, Isaac, Nick, Big Groove 90, Big Grove. What's your
Big Grove.
Big Grove. I know you was a defensive lineman, though. I could tell.
He's a gladiator, so watch how you talk to him now.
No, he's a D lineman, right?
Oh yeah.
You play D line, right?
Yes, sir.
I can tell. You just look like you like hitting people. Like you look like that's your hobby. It's just contact.
Oh yeah.
Grab it,
nose tackle, man. Nose tackle.
Oh, no, see, I could stand. Y'all was just aggressive for no.
Amir, what are you talking about? I couldn't stand y'all. You played in junior high, fam. You played. Come on.
Okay, let me recount. See, when I'm in the presence of professionals, I don't be wanting to really. But see, I went to FAMU on a football scholarship, and crazy enough, I played quarterback. Now, that's where I stopped, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to respect the real athletes. Because I went to FAMU thinking I was going to be this star athlete. Them Florida boys humble me quick. Them Florida boys humble me quick. So I said, you know what? I'm going to work in music, y'all. Merry Christmas.
Where you from, Amir? Where you from?
I'm from Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm from Atlanta. Yeah. What about you?
St. Louis, but yeah, went to school in Atlanta, so Atlanta's second home.
Oh, no. All right, man. We have to link up.
Yeah, we all good.
So I can hear that mixtape live and direct.
You see, I'm trying to get in there. Yeah, I'm giving on cassette too. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna see. We'll get Wells Fargo to fund it. See, like y'all fund mixtapes going to bank together.
Hey, this is what we doing.
Yeah, man.
All right,
we're gonna get Dewey. Hey, Dewey gonna be our manager.
Hey, we got it together, baby.
We staying out of that.
Wells Fargo, real quick, guys. I want to thank Wells Fargo again for sponsoring today's hang. I want to make sure that people know that, because we would not be here today if it was not for Wells Fargo. They're huge supporters of HBCUs. They're dedicated to helping students and educational leaders navigate the complex landscape of personal finance through partnerships like the Orange Blossom Classic. And Wells Fargo not only engages in spotlighting the best of the HBCU community and culture, but also reinforces the connection and commitment to financial education. So real quick, Dewey, I want to do something real fast that now that you're back from off the field, I want to bring in our game plan representative. We have Mr. Vincent Easy. He is backstage waiting on us. So you guys can talk a little bit about the strategic investment in HBCUs and the amazing game plan product. So Vincent, thank you for hanging with us today. We appreciate you being on.
Thank you, Jay.
Yes. All right, Dewey, I'm gonna let you take it away.
So thank you, Vincent. First of all, we're glad you're on with us, man. We've got a beautiful day here in Miami. A few raindrops, but a little bit of but great football happening. Can you talk a little bit about the game plan platform? Just explain to our viewers about what that is, and then secondly, how are we trying to change the landscape around financial health, financial literacy, specifically for student athletes? So can you start there for us?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Dewey, for the introduction, and thank you, Jade, as well. Game Plan is the leading learning management system for athletic organization across the country. We partner with over 600 athletic departments to provide e-learning opportunity for student athletes across a myriad of topics. And these topics could be anywhere from your academic development, financial empowerment, name, image, and likeness, mental performance, career preparation, nutrition, foundation for leadership. Obviously, our course list is very extensive, but that's just a brief intro into some of the topic that we do offer on the platform. And we are proud to have Wells Fargo as our partner for financial education. It is the second most taken curriculum topic on Game Plan, and I expect more colleges wanting access to financial education to continue to grow as the collegiate landscape continues to evolve as we progress.
Yeah. Vincent, that's great. Why is financial literacy, why are topics around building credit or building finance important? And let's start with the student athlete side, but then broaden it just to students that are in college in general. Why is that important, Doc?
I think it's very important. Obviously, if you look at the collegiate landscape, currently it's ever changing, as we all know. So I think financial education is very important. And as you know, Wells Fargo is our partner. And over the past year, we've worked with them to update our course curriculum. So we have introduced 12 new courses over the summer, and we have 5 additional courses on the way. And the curriculum covers a wide array of topics, anywhere from your financial fundamentals, managing money day to day, creating good money habits, and preparing for your financial future. I say also one thing I would like to add, one of our great features of Wells Fargo in the curriculum is that we do have, why 17 courses might sound like a lot, the courses are broken down into like 5 to 7 minutes interactive and engaging modules where student athletes can actually digest the information.
So, yeah, go ahead, Isaac. Go ahead.
Vincent, where can these courses be found? That curriculum, where can it be found at?
Yes, that's a great question, Isaac. Your audience could go to wearegameplan.com to be able to access the website to learn more. But the great thing about how we interact with institution is your athletic director, your senior women administrator, your compliance officers are the one responsible for getting in contact with a game plan representative like myself or staff. And then we work with the institution to onboard their student athletes to the platform, and they have access to those content.
And Vincent, I asked that because I know with all the NIL deals going on right now, there's a lot of money being funded to these kids, and there's a plethora of money that, you know, they're not only them, but their family does not used to managing that type of money. And I've always said, being an older guy in the NIL deal, like, okay, well, yeah, pay the players, but I feel like they shouldn't get that money unless they understand financial literacy at some point.
Right.
Because they get the money, like we all, like nobody. I always say, there's 2 things people don't teach you: teach you about relationships or financial literacy. Even our own parents don't teach us about finances for some reason. So I say that it's like we need like a pass-fail course for athletes going through college, or anybody, let's say athletes now, going through college to understand financial literacy before they can receive that type of money, because they're not gonna do nothing but trick it off. And you know, like in better terms, they gonna get it, their mom or dad are gonna get it, they ain't used to having it, so they spend it, and now it's gone, and they don't have the money. So that's why I asked where the curriculum be found at. But outside of the ADs, like we gotta put that curriculum right in front of their face and understand what it is, because if not, they're just gonna bypass it.
No, I totally agree with you, Isaac. I think obviously anyone that's following the collegiate landscape understands that prior to NIL, most of the athletes don't understand what taxes were, right? They never had to know that whenever they earned an income, they're supposed to save a portion of that income to pay your taxes. But obviously, as we've seen over the course of the last 3 years, partner with an institution like Wells Fargo to educate student athletes on the importance of managing your money on a day-to-day basis, understanding taxes, understanding investing and savings and all that stuff as you get into the broader topics of financial education. I think is important, and I think it's going to continue to grow as we start talking about revenue distribution in the coming year or so.
Look, Vincent said that the students don't know. Man, when I transitioned to be an entrepreneur, out of being a W-9 employee, you like, oh, I can't spend all this. Hold on.
Right.
You definitely have to balance it a different way.
Half over there.
Exactly. So again, Vince, I just want to make sure that we understand. So this portal is for students, especially, but anybody can access this information and go take these small, tangible, palatable 5 to 7 minute videos or courses to learn about taxes, how to balance all things financial literacy, correct?
That's correct. So you have courses that's applicable to the student athlete, and we also have courses on the platform that's applicable to staff as well at those respective athletic organizations. So it applies to both. I think, as we all know, as an adult, you ever learning about financial education never stops. There are different ways you can invest your money. There's different ways you could continuously improve as an individual. And I think working with a partner like Wells Fargo, I think that definitely brings value to the table.
That's good. We appreciate that.
Can we put that link or whatever? Can we put that in the chat or so people can see that, please?
No, that's perfect. Actually, I think we all have it. We have it in the chat. It's We Are Game Plan. And
We Are Game Plan.
Yep.
Okay.
So make
That's
sure you guys
it.
check that out. Yep. Grove, I want
Hey,
to
Jade.
put you in real fast on this conversation.
Yes. Go
Because
there.
First of all, congratulations, Grove. You just got your big extension from the Colts. Let me hold something. Hello. No, I'm just joking.
Give me the money.
Exactly. But the reality of it is, when you were drafted, 4th round pick, were you prepared for all the money management that you had to all of a sudden implement when you made it to the league?
I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't even have a bank account when I got my first check, like from the Colts. And like, I used to ride around with my check. I was like, I know they ain't finna catch this check, and like, it's this much. And it was just real different for me, and like something that I had to get adjusted to real quick. So I was talking with my agent. He set me up with some financial guys, and they've been helping me out. They've been doing a great job, like ever since. So, but
Which is a blessing. Yeah, go ahead.
But like getting all that money and not having a bank account, like I used to cash my check and put them in a shoebox and like.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm gonna fight you.
Like I did though. And like I was just like, man, I need to like put it somewhere, cause what if somebody come and steal it or like something like that. But I done came a long way.
That's my point. Like, we got to get people earlier on the financial literacy aspect, man. Because honestly, I feel like we send up people to fail. We have credit card companies on campuses offering credit cards, but not telling them what they have to do. And then we mess up our credit, and then you try to come back and bounce back from it. All right, Big Rob, you was just talking about like you really didn't know anything about that. And you 21, 21 years old, but nobody taught you that. And it upsets me now being older because nobody taught me either. And I had to add money, lost the money, and then get it back. And now I'm talking, it took me 40 years old to understand about, life insurance and how to use that part. All those different things.
Hold on. First, the fact that Isaac has a house phone is sending me right now.
I'll tell you see, I got him at that hotel. This is real live, live.
Who has a house phone, Isaac? You are definitely balancing your finances quick.
I'm at the hotel. You see it? Hello, I got the rotary.
Landline. Always keep a landline. Always keep a landline.
I love that.
But no, before finances, I think is so important. And I think thank you for sharing that your testimony on that, Big Will, because I think that's important. And you weren't the only one. You know what I mean? So it's like you just got to have that understanding about financial literacy, but learning, and nobody teaches. So we got to put that platform out there. Especially, like I said, we got 18-year-olds that are millionaires now. These kids are playing in college and are millionaires already. And you know what we did when we had that money there, but we didn't know what we were doing that money. What? You get I made $20 stretch back in college. Now you let
I'm
alone
telling you.
Listen.
What? $1 million at 18, 19 years old. You
Who's the
can't
noodles,
tell me
boy?
that. You can't tell me anything. You know what I mean? Like, you move
Yeah, no,
different.
you're
Like
right.
he said, you move different with money in your pocket.
Yes, you do.
So different.
No, Nick, look, Nick was talking about oodles and noodles because that's exactly what you used to be on. Because they used to only be 10 cents back in my day, but that aged me. But
they going to Mastro's right now. They going to Fleming's. They get
Listen.
steak dinners at college. What? We want to know.
yeah,
I
you're
think
absolutely right.
just to add to that, I think big growth. You're not the only student athlete that's probably dealt with something like that. There's a lot of student athletes out there that's not aware until they come into a position like you where they come in with a big check and it was like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yes.
And I think oftentimes you see that's when you have bad actors. If you're not aware, someone could easily take advantage of you because you're not aware of your financial situation, or are you educated on financial education to know what to do with that money or to allocate that money properly so it lasts you for life after sport. So take financial education as a freshman coming into college, I think is beneficial. And that doesn't stop there. You could take it your sophomore year, your junior year, your senior year. And even when you're done and you transition to the professional realm, that's another level of financial education that you continue to learn just because you're in a different tax bracket. And so you got to understand, how do you save on your taxes? What you earn in college might be a little bit different as what you earn as a professional athlete. So it continues to evolve. And I think obviously you got to constantly learn as an individual to continue to grow your network.
That's right. No, thank you so much for that, Vincent. But before we wrap this, Nick, I do want to ask you, because earlier you were talking about legacy. Now you have, a brand new baby. So what are you going to be teaching your son about financial literacy that you didn't know?
Hold on to that chicken as long as you can. I'm gonna definitely teach them about saving money, what to do with money, wants versus needs, learning that. I think that was a big thing for me. You might want it, but do you need it? And definitely investments, stocks, bonds, also different investments, real estate, and definitely any investments I got going on. I'm gonna teach him the ropes of that, in hopes that he'll be able to take that over. But yeah, that's just a couple of things that come to mind.
Yeah, you're gonna spoil them too.
You said spoil them.
But I look at something, and like I don't have kids yet, but I have a niece, and I just started putting money into her account. I just started an account. She don't even know about it, but I just put a certain amount of money in her account every month. So eventually, I wanted her to have $100,000 by the time she's 18. She wants to know about it, so I do that part. But I look at all like birthdays and like how people buy all these toys that just don't. I look at things different now. I'd rather tell if I have a kid at a birthday party, rather than I'll get the toys. You just put money into an account. Like I give them a QR code. Like you just give them, I'll buy a stock for them. But so I put money into a stock because the toys go to waste. And at this point in time, or in life right now, it's about how we create the legacy and what we leave for them, because we know in our culture, in Black culture, our money trickles down, not up. I mean, it trickles up, back up instead of down. We have to go back and take care of our parents or somebody else. In other cultures, it trickles down. They go down to the kids, it goes down to the next generation. So we have to work extra hard to make sure that happens, but that's because we need to learn financial literacy, learn about life insurances, learn about these different loopholes and things that we kind of do, taxes, incorporating yourself, getting paid as a business. And I'm like, man, why am I learning this at 40? Why did I notice when I was in my 20s, when I had that paycheck coming in? I was big bro, like I had that check coming in, man. Well, I was putting in the right account, you know what I mean, to make sure it be good. So Wells Fargo, thank you all for being a part of this. But I think it's very big to have this initiative to be able to start sharing financial literacy and having platforms, as you said before, that you can go and take the course. So now it's a challenge to everybody else to have to go take the time to go look at these courses and learn everything they need to learn about finances.
That's right. Don't forget, you guys, again, go to wearegameplan.com so you can check out this platform for yourself. One last question for you, Vincent. You did mention investments. Nick just talked about investments. Did you say that this course also has information on how to invest your money as well?
You can learn everything you need to know about investing. I think obviously each individual is different, and obviously a I think your level of education does matter in terms of where you are at your financial literacy stage. So if you're coming in as a first year student in college without knowing anything, obviously you have intro level courses that you could get your feet wet and understanding the foundation of financial literacy. Then obviously, if you compare a freshman to, say, someone who's a senior, maybe who might have a little bit of background in terms of financial literacy, obviously what you're allocating to them from an institutional perspective is going to be different as someone who's a freshman or sophomore, junior in college. So there's different levels to it as you progress within your academic journey.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, go to wearegameplan.com. That investing is so important. I transitioned from media to real estate investing, had to change my entire relationship with money. I was raised in a house, a Jamaican father that all he taught me was saving. So investing was a whole nother, oh my gosh, it was so scary, but I'm not afraid anymore. So definitely
You have tree jobs. You have tree.
Yeah.
She's got 5 jobs, man. Listen, Jade, I want to shout out Vincent. And again, more flowers to him. Their team is actually able to customize this content. Your partners at Wells Fargo, we are able to deliver this content free of charge to HBCUs. All you have to do is contact Vincent, contact the We Are Game Plan team. We customize the content for the student athletes on your campus. To Isaac's point, hashtag pay it forward. Let's teach this generation so they can empower the next generation. So important there.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for joining us and thanks for hanging with us, Vincent. We appreciate all your information and everything you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Enjoy that Labor Day. Hey, Jade, hold up. We got some highlights on the scoreboard here.
I want to know.
Yes, I was gonna ask you guys to give us an update on the game.
Nick, listen to me. ASU is 21-14, Doc. They just punched it in. We got 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Listen, I don't make up the news, Doc. I just report it.
Listen, I got this game pulled up.
14. Y'all was
I got this.
14.
Listen, it was just 21-0 2 minutes ago.
Definitely was.
I'm sitting there looking like, hold on, wait.
Man, what they doing down there?
It's all right. It's all right. My boys gonna tighten up. We're gonna have a halftime adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Trey gonna go in there, talk to the boys, and then we're gonna get the train back rolling. No worries.
Have you tapped
in? There you go.
Trey Oliver is the head coach, right?
Yes.
You tapped in with him?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, you might need to call him right now.
Hey, speed dial. Hey.
All right. So real quick, because we only have 2 minutes left, you so funny, Nick. I've been kind of avoiding asking this question because it makes me so sad to think about it. But Isaac, I do have to ask you. Is it true this is the final season of Power Book 4 coming up? Like, is it over?
Making me sad too. Yes.
you know, Vincent just talked about financial literacy. Saving your money. No, I'm just playing.
It's crazy, man. You know, it's a blessing to be part of this Power universe, and and be able to bring this character, Diamond Sampson, to life in the spinoff. The game is like, as you know, in football, like the game is hard. It's the same thing. Like I'm like a free agent. It's like when I come to football, it's like I'm fighting for a job to get a job, or audition to get a job. It's just I don't, get the gratification sometimes. Even football, you run a 4-3, or you run bench this amount, or you can play the game. You get that part. Auditions, okay, thank you, appreciate it, and you don't know if you did good or anything in that situation. So it can be brain bouncy. You gotta get your mentals together. But Forces, yes, Power Book 4 Forces is our season 3. We filmed it already. It's in the can. It's just a matter of when Stars is gonna air it. But yeah, they decided to cut it, and it wasn't because of people ask like, it wasn't because of numbers. Like we had a top-rated show. I think it's at a point now after that strike, studios get to a point where it's like, okay, how can they save money? It's accountants running these studios, so they just look at the numbers. They look at that and they say the number. Okay, they were doing that, but how can we save money? And we were going to go up on our re-up year. People don't understand. Like as actors, we signed a 6-year contract. But like football, it's not guaranteed, So unfortunately, so you sign a 6-year contract or something like this, a series regular. But in our 3rd year, we get ready to do our renegotiations. So that's when you renegotiate to go into the 4th year. That's when you make double or triple what you made before, and that's what you want as an actor. But after that strike, Jeff Hurst made a comment in the papers, and that's what we knew. He said it's hard for studios to go through seasons after 3 because they had to pay the actors. When he said that, I said, damn. They probably gonna cut our show, and They said it's our final season. We didn't know that until like while we were filming, and we didn't know. We were filming thinking we were gonna get a 4th season,
Right.
and then like it's the final season. It sends an email.
They didn't tell you in the email.
Email, send your own email. You know what I mean? But I had relations with people. They called at that time. But it's really it's the same. The shit is business, and business is business.
And Isaac, and everybody has a final season at some point, and you make preparation during this season for the final season.
And that's exactly. And I always said that because I've been through it. Football taught me a lot. So I knew, like, okay, none of this is promised, and nobody is forever on power. Nobody's safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so no matter what. So I've always thought, even to get to 3 seasons, yes, we blessed. You know what I mean? But you know what you want personally, you want that 4th season. I want that renegotiation money. I want that. After that, I don't really care what y'all do. But at this point, it's like, okay, also, what value did I bring into the character, into the show? I showed up every day to make sure that I was like, because I don't know how many days I got. Make sure I do something every day with that character, so later on it can prosper to something else.
And it will. You already know when one door closes, a bigger
yeah.
one's gonna open, and you're so talented. You know what I mean? So yeah, you don't even have to worry about it. I do want to ask you this because you do get a chance. I'm sure you get to ask this a lot. You do get a chance to play opposite of Tommy. We know we all love Tommy. So I've always wondered when they cut, like when it's like cut, and y'all are on the set. Is he still Tommy, or does he go back to like Joseph Sikora? Is he regular? You know, like that's an intense character.
we get both. I mean, you know, sometimes you tap into both at the different times. I got friends be like, "Hey man, you acting like Diamond right now." I'll be like, "Bro, I don't even."
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I'm telling you, he's been playing this character for so long that it's a part of him. So you know, but at the same time, he's very different from the character as well. Like, you know, Joseph is an amazing guy. He's brought us in and set the tone and the tempo of the show and make sure everybody's good. But he's very much so invested in this show. You know what I mean? It's like he's like one of those people that's like, man, it's his show. And I told him from day one, it's your show. We just want to bring value to it. So let's get it. You know, but he has that mentality. Joseph was a boxer. Like, he boxed back in the day. Grew up in Chicago, went all the way to the west side of Chicago. Only white guy at his boxing gym. You know what I mean? At that point. So he's the boxer. He knows a competitive attitude. And we always say when we go into that arena on the set, we like, it's going into an arena. It's an octagon. Let's bring it. So over these 3 years, I feel like all of us as the cast have gotten our bag. Like, we know our characters now. So and we know our characters. So we go on set, like, okay, what's the lines? When we got it already for him, but we go on set, it's like, okay, we finna bring it. And he'll go off sometimes, and you just gotta be able to play. You know, like, he'll go off, and you just better just go along with it. You know what I mean? So it's been an amazing journey, and it's been good working with him. It's a great scene. Because
you hear with actors a lot of times that playing a character can affect your personal relationships because you go home acting like you Diamond and somebody looking at you like, nah, fam, like, you better give me Isaac today.
Yeah, I don't know who's who no more. It's funny, but when I got the character, we said it on the first thing. When I got to break down the character and do the first audition, I was like, it's me. Like, I was like, this character, I relate so well to this character. And I think that's what helps me bring him to life, but also finding the truth in what he's been through. I mean, I ain't never been incarcerated. So you know what I'm saying, my character was incarcerated for 15 years. So I had to make sure I tapped in with people who have been incarcerated. I made sure I talked to them. And one of the biggest gratifications is when of somebody who's been incarcerated, like, man, I felt that. When you came out, that's how I felt. And this, and this. And I had people come to me about, that's my life. My brother tried to kill me. I'm like, what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry your brother tried to kill you. But I have people coming to me and like having the real life experiences. And when you can tap in that and pull those emotions, that's one of the biggest gratifications as an actor, you know, that you can feel.
That's what's up. I appreciate you sharing that. All right, we only have a little bit of time, so I'm gonna do some rapid fire questions with you guys because it's just a little fun and I just like doing stuff like this. So for all of the fellas, if you were to go to the Olympics, what's the one sport you would want to play in the Olympics, or what's the one sport that you would participate in the Olympics? We just got finished watching the Olympics, which were absolutely amazing. So if your limbs could bend, if you could do anything in the world, not what you physically can do right now, but what would you want to do? Nick, I'm gonna start with you.
Let's start with me. Man, we sat there and watched the Olympics, and we was just like, oh my God, these people are like going crazy right now. Like, I don't know. You can put me on the 4x1. I'm a little fast right now. You know what I'm saying? But if I lost like, you know what I'm saying? If I lost like 100 pounds, I just might be on the Olympic team. Now I say I like track. So I definitely say like any like 4x1 or no hurdles. Definitely no hurdles. Because people can really embarrass themselves on hurdles.
Yes.
But like 4x1, 4x2, I take that.
Okay. Okay. Grow, what about you?
I was gonna say the 100, but I'm a
Bro,
thrower.
throwing the
So
shot put. I don't
yeah,
care what y'all
I'm yeah, I'm a thrower. I'll be out that shot put, discus, hammer. I did it through college and high school. So
There
Nice.
you go.
Okay, Isaac, what about you?
Synchronized swimming.
Yeah.
I'm about to say that's the one.
And y'all watch people now, they are turning upside down, not touching no ground, kicking their legs up and doing these things in sync with somebody else in water. It's crazy. Like you sit there and get the magnitude of what that is. And
That
I'm
is
like,
crazy.
hey, they just moving legs and arms moving there and they can't touch the ground. And water. It's crazy to me. Synchronized swimming. That's what I've been
And
doing.
Isaac, we know that's a dream because let's be clear, we don't
Right.
fool with water like
Hey,
that.
look, I can swim, but I damn sure can't do that. I'm still my niece I'll do a handstand in the water. Like no.
That's funny. All right, Dewey said he would do water polo. That's
Water
hilarious.
polo. Love that. Love the endurance side of it. Grew up around water when I was younger, so love the water polo piece. Now, Jay, the same thing. What would you do? What's your sport? Which one you picking?
I'm probably like with Nick. I would want to run like a relay, and I'm slow as crap. So
Oh.
that would
But
it's
Jay,
definitely a dream.
hey, you got that track persona. You got the hair, the track hair. You got the
You know
hair.
Come on, dog.
You got the look for it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got.
Exactly. Okay, favorite athlete of all time. One.
I'll say Ray Lewis.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm right now just in my heart. Refrigerator Perry. D lineman of the Chicago Bears. They had a persona. And I'm talking about then they gave him the football. Like he's one of the first big men to get the football at the time on the goal line and make they put Refrigerator Perry. I'm taking y'all back. Chicago Bears. Refrigerator Perry was a guy. You know, we talked about that nose guard, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
Michael Jordan.
Nick, I was gonna say Michael Jordan too. That's a good one, Michael Jordan. But Nick, you know, Isaac was just what he was just talking about. We heard you got hands too that you can catch, you can play.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was definitely in the conversation for wide receiver 1. Here. Nah, I'm lying. You look too serious. Nah, we had a couple practices, like especially towards the end of mini camp where they had a quarterback throwing to the offensive lineman and everything. You know, these offensive linemen can't catch. But me, a real natural born athlete, HBCU athlete, I went up there. I was one hand snagging, open out there, like, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, like, he's such an athlete."
Oh my God.
Do y'all got a pass and play when you're going out for a pass?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
We're gonna see December.
Bro. Get him. Get him.
And Isaac, I heard you were pretty good at baseball.
Yeah. I thought, baseball. I got to throw the first pitch out in my hometown of St. Louis, and it's been a while. I ain't pitched since '96, so it's been a while. And I'm telling y'all, that's not no easy feat. Like I walked all up there, I was like, damn, this is far from and all them people around, and you just got one guy with a glove. I practiced for it going to it, but it still wasn't an easy feat. Like I had to make sure I didn't do a Stephen A. Smith. I didn't want to do that or do a 50. I had to make sure I could throw that ball the way I needed to. But it was a great accomplishment, and yeah, baseball was my first sport actually.
Okay. All right. Next question. What temperature should the thermostat be set on at the house?
At what time of the day?
68.
68, Grove. What?
I keep mine on 68.
Listen, 68 at night. I can't keep it 68 during the day.
Listen, I gotta have it cold.
Well, I'm saying like this. I live in Phoenix, and that electricity bill is $700, and I don't like it. So therefore, exactly. So I'm gonna keep it whatever I can manage at that time. The electricity bill down. So that 68 sounds a little aggressive. I can't do that.
I gotta keep it cold here though.
All right. Last question. How do you turn the iron off?
Unplug it.
You gotta turn the dial. I gotta turn the dial.
No, Nick.
Listen. I'm scared. Like I gotta turn the dial because like I done seen too many. Nah, I'm scared to just unplug
Nick,
it.
nobody turns the dial, Nick.
I know. Look, I already knew where this was going, but I'm gonna be truthful. I'm gonna be truthful in front of the fans. I turn the dial. And it might be the OCD in me to make sure I return it how I found it, but I turn that dial every time.
Damn, I don't even know what the dial be on half the time. This is suspended. My bad.
You know how we know, Isaac, when we start ironing and it starts like sticking to
yeah. And then that water started coming out. Like, oh shit! Hold on. Put the water on my clothes. Now I got.
Listen, and irons done changed, y'all. I ironed my stuff this morning. You can't tell now. The iron had a light on it. It was like, the iron had a light on it. I was like, I mean, like a directional light, Jade, to tell you where to iron. I was like,
you must be staying at the Four Seasons. I ain't never seen that.
Listen, I can't disclose what me and the Queen Amanda are, but yeah, no, we thankful. We thankful. We'll leave it at that. We thankful.
Oh yeah, that fancy.
All right, you guys. Well, I want to shout out to all the fans that hung with us today. Y'all, Nick, Grove, Isaac, I love y'all to death. Y'all always make our hang so much fun. It is always a blast. Got to give a big shout out to Wells Fargo and Dewey. Thank you guys so much for making this experience possible today. Now, Dewey, before we sign off, please tell us about those HBCU debit cards.
Yeah, listen, thank you. I actually brought some samples here, guys. So just as background, 2 years ago, Wells Fargo launched a groundbreaking set of debit cards. So we actually have 44 different debit cards that are available. So representing the MEAC here, I hope y'all can see that. Nick, we got the MEAC card here on this side. And we got the one from our friends at ASU. The one that we got from Alabama State here on this side. And then, Kendra and the team went all out. And so we got the limited edition only available for the Orange Blossom Classic. So 44 of those available. And Jade, any retail banking customer can go in. Just tell them you want to swap out your card. Go to the card design studio, make that change. 44 cards right now. And we're building more for the future. Building for the future. So we love it.
That's what's up. So it's 44 different schools on those cards, correct?
Yeah, 40 different schools, and then 4 of the classics. So the Orange Blossom Classic, we got one. A couple of weeks we'll be in New York for the NY Football Classic. We got a card for that. We'll be back in Florida, in Orlando in November for the Florida Classic. Got a card for them. And then Bayou, the granddaddy of them all, Isaac, down there in Louisiana, the Crescent City. So we got a card for that one too. So we love it. And if schools are not in the program, reach out to us. We'd love to get you guys involved. We love it.
We love that. That is the HBCU Legends Collection. Go to wellsfargo.com/HBCU if you want to get one of those cards and represent your HBCU pride. If you loved hanging with us today, make sure you check out our upcoming hangs. Go to let'shang.live. Make sure you're following us on social media. Everybody have an amazing Labor Day. Again, fellas, y'all make my job easy. I love y'all to death, okay? We locked in for life, all right? Anytime they ask me, I'm going to bring Isaac, Grove, Nick, and Dewey, okay?
Win. Great job,
right,
Jay, too. Great job, Jay, too, Jay. Good job.
Lady Jay, we love you.
Love you, too.
Man,
love you guys
see you December 1st.
Love and good
luck
night,
everybody.
You said what?
We'll see you December 1st.
Oh, yeah. They play each other. Nick and Grove will play each other.
What day is that? December 1st? Where at?
December 1st.
Where at?
Okay. What'd you say?
Where at?
Where's it going?
Let me see.
I have no idea.
Give me 1 second.
It don't matter where it's at. I'll look it up. But
here we go.
So the Colts and the Patriots will be taking on each other on December the 1st. Nick versus Grove. I don't know, Isaac, Dewey, we may have to pull up on that game. That might be a good
pull up on it, man. We need to get Wells Fargo on board with that, Dewey. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, we may have to do that.
Yeah, we're going to be playing at their home, so.
Foxborough? Oh.
Yeah, let's go to Boston one time. Yeah, it's going to be December 1st. Yeah, put my fur on.
It's going to be cold, too.
Yeah, I'm going to have my fur, too.
Come on, y'all.
All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to that game. You guys, thanks again for hanging with us. Love y'all. Thank you to all the fans, and we'll see y'all next time, all right?
Thank you, Jade. Deuces. Till next time, fam. Out.
All right, bye.